Come on over. I'm gonna show you something. I think you're gonna like it. Don't hesitate. Stir up the wave. Don't make me wait. Go on and on and on and on. A sweet escape between my legs. Chase me away. Don't you stop. Wet as the rain, hot as July. Your lips on my lips, saving my life. I'll be your anchor when you go down. Don't you wanna die? Hey love, let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm drowning. If I stay while we do, you'll be drowning too. Hey love, let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm drowning. If I stay while we do, you'll be drowning too. You'll be drowning too. I lose my cool when I'm with you. Don't know how to turn you on. Out of my league, you're such a fucking dream. Like nicotine, I can't stop. Wet as the rain, hot as July. Your lips on my lips, saving my life. I'll be your anchor when you go down. Don't you wanna die? Hey love, let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm drowning. If I stay while we do, you'll be drowning too. Hey love, let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm
Feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I don't give a fuck. 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 It's time to start doing the right thing. So trust your instinct. Stop listening to others and own your decisions. People will always tell you what to do, opinion how to live. So let's create things what matters most to you. You'll be glad you did. Now start claiming your time and your mental well-being by saying no more. No more. Say it loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
And just like that, we are back once again, Role-Playing Unlimited. Thank you for turning out tonight for Thursday night, Coalescence Act 5, as we continue with Kazumiri Wrath. We've actually not even fully gotten into that with this table. This table's had an interesting path in that most of their early sessions were entitled Infiltrating the Yakuza, and it took us forever before we found the slightest trace of any Yakuza. And no sooner did we find that than the title changed over to Kazumiri Wrath, and we've not really gotten the full depth of what that means just yet. We actually went off on a couple of side quests last week as we had a bit of a debate trying to decide which how to best assist a group of survivors out in the wild, and then we went off to investigate a crystal mine. It's actually been the last 2 weeks that took us to that point. So, welcome back. Thank you for being here. You know me. It's Tragically HP, Hamartia, Pentamnesic. Good to see y'all.
What's about to happen is gonna be hard to watch.
Yes, indeed. We are expecting a full TPK, which is kind of redundant because TPK would insinuate full, but you know me.
Hello.
That is the appropriate response to a TPK, yes.
Bring it on.
Hello, everybody. Good to see ya. Welcome back to Thursday night activities here at Role-Playing Unlimited. And we are back here at the supposedly the tail end of the crystal mine. We have eradicated the Smaragdine Emerald Golem, and that has given us more than enough emeralds to not only fuel our Warforged friend, the Danamari War Machine, but perhaps a little extra for our usage at some point. Aw, man. That's a bummer, and yeah, that is a shame. What's going on in there in Twitch chat? So as far as what's going on in game, we've got a few different events at once. We've got Hidemori Genzo running a few minutes behind. It looks like he just jumped into Roll20 though. Celestiana, hopefully joining us at some point tonight as well, but either way, we are pleased to welcome back Kayla as Gilly.
Hey, sorry, I'm eating bread right now.
Yum, yum, yum.
As soon as you said that, I was like, I had like a fistful of bread, and I was like, about to eat it.
We got to get these moments on camera. And welcoming over to Thursday table from Wednesday night. That's one of the beauties of our role-playing unlimited setup. We have enough tables running on a steady schedule that when our friend loses his long-standing Wednesday seat due to a scheduling snafu, we are able to bring in Kukulin from elsewhere from our Wednesday table. He is from elsewhere because he is literally a man displaced in time. He's from the future. As such, he's actually much higher level than most of the party that he came from. Probably the same case in this party because he's been there and done that with that XP. The difference being this time around is that he is not necessarily as in tune with what the future holds from this point of the coalescence. He has been shunted here somehow, inexplicably. It seems to happen to everybody at some point. That's how y'all got here in the first place in the coalescence. But he has also been placed here, which is an entirely new situation for him. In keeping with game balance, we're still going to keep it so that the next few levels attained are levels that this character has already gotten. But otherwise, we do have a slight disadvantage in that events that you are present at may not have as much foreshadowing and foreknowledge.
Hey. Army do what Army do.
Yes,
Use my
indeed.
schedule all the time.
Army sucks.
And that was Tyler Heelman over here up on the front ranks. You guys are free to start moving out with your tokens here. For Kukulin, he can hear and see, I believe from his point of view, some activity going on to the south near that destroyed Emerald Golem. Ozzy is just bolting through the corridors before he sees the man himself. And, looks like
Intruder,
he's going for
kill
attack.
him.
Yep, he's going for the attack. For Balerion! Balerion hasn't been here in 8 months! So what?
For
Natural
tank!
For tank. Oh, that's fortuitous. A natural 1 on your attack.
I'm also like 30 feet away from him. I'm just swinging in the air. I'm shadow boxing!
Natural 1, though, you didn't even do that right. You dropped the lightsaber point down first, and it just descended into the gravel, and it's presumably headed for the core of the planet at this point.
Put it squarely down.
Later!
Help me, President!
Welcome,
I've always
Genzo. Good
wondered
to see
what
you
would
there, buddy.
happen.
Hey.
And over here, as we were saying, on the front lines, we have the ghostly fortune teller known as Shari. And she cliffhangered our last session when our group discovered this little tiny fold-out TV tray of a table tucked away into the back of this room, and the ghostly fortune teller informing you that I am here as a guide, to the deck of many things. And yes, speaking of that, let's get into crap. I screwed up. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. I put all of the bad cards back in the deck, anticipating that we would be drawing from this one, but I forgot that we needed to still have only the good cards. Let me see here. Okay, let's do a shuffle. I'm gonna have a little foreknowledge here. Oh goodness, yeah, that's 4 bad cards before a good one. So I'm gonna shuffle it until I get a good card on top, and then you guys can go ahead and draw, and then I'm gonna need to reshuffle it after that. Jeez, the Void, that's not what you want on the top. Shuffle again. What's on top now? Okay. Sure, why not? Genzo or Paul, which of you wants to draw first? All you have to do is click the deck. If you draw Comet again. Did you draw Comet? Wasn't that Genzo?
I drew Comet as well.
Holy crap.
for the Facebook review.
Oh. Holy
Steal a card.
crap, why are you trying to steal the death card from me? You can't have that. I took that out because there's 2 of them.
I didn't realize it.
No, click the deck on the bottom right. There we go, a gem card.
Yeah.
50,000 gold worth of gems or jewels.
Well, holy shit.
So yeah, your character just cha-chinged right there. Let's delete that, and of course it doesn't delete. Let me get back over to here, shuffle the deck a second time, make sure there's a good one on top. Really, the gem card again? Okay, we're not going to do that. Shuffle.
Genzo, we're rich.
I'm sure everybody would love it. Okay, that's a good one. Go ahead, Genzo. I know what you're getting already, but time for you to discover. The Vizier.
What is that?
That is the answer to a question at any given time. Let me post the specifics here of these 2 that we got.
Grand Vizier Genzo.
Whoa, that's the many more things deck. We don't want that one. Okay, so the gem card, 25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 gold pieces each, or 50 gems worth 1,000 gold pieces each, appear at your feet. So yeah, you're just standing in a little mound of riches right now as everybody looks over at you like, hey! And then for Genzo, we have Vizier. Within 1 year of drawing this card, it's taken us like 7 months to play through 3 days, so technically you could probably hold on to this for like 25 real years, and it'd still be good. You may ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful answer to that question. Besides information, the answer helps you solve a puzzling problem or other dilemma. In other words, the knowledge comes with wisdom on how to apply it.
Nice. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you. It's one of those intangible rewards, so you'll want to mark that on your sheet somewhere.
Yep.
And then let me track here. I do believe... Oh boy.
Should I do Jax's one today or wait till Sunday?
It's only for one of your characters, so you can choose which of your characters to give this to.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
And then same thing for you, Paul, if you want to give this to Ozzy or to Peely.
I'll give it to Ozzy.
Yeah, some of the lost rewards are for all your characters. Some of them are character specific. Some of the higher tier ones tend to be more character specific.
If I take the 50k worth of gems, is it okay to use some of them as spell components, like, you know, $300 diamond, for example?
Say again?
Sorry, I was saying, if I take the 50k worth of gems, is it okay to use it as spell components, even if it's like, for example, Summon Fae takes 300 GP's worth of... Oh, that's Gilded Flower, never mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's okay to use them as spell components, I go.
Yeah, that'd be fine. As long as they're not worth more than 1,000, like you could easily say worth 1,000 means at least worth 1,000, but not necessarily a 5,000 GP gem falls at your feet.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't
Okay.
have to worry about low level stuff.
Oh man, I could go for some Dairy Queen. For some DQ, little Snickers Blizzard.
I assume it's good.
Yum.
Delish. Alright, let's shuffle that deck back up. Make sure that all the cards are in there that need to be in there. 4, 8, 16, 22. Okay, so we'll put the deck away. And return to our in-game, where we have character introduction, the aftermath of the battle, and this strange NPC with one of the most unpredictable magic items in the game. Oh, Freddy's is good too. So what's our play here, friends? Everybody's just kind of standing here paralyzed? That's unusual.
Azzy has no intention of taking a card.
You're getting spoiled with only the red cards now that there's a real one. It's like, screw that noise. Kukalin
Oh,
steps right through the
will
party
pick a card.
here.
Goo Collins never had a chance to pull from this deck. He's heard of it before, but he's always wanted to try it at least once.
All right, Genzo's getting out of town.
Welcome, Kukalin. You are not supposed to be here.
Me, Genzo, protect me.
But isn't that
You're
always
not the first
case?
to tell me that.
Yes, yes, of course. Surely a item such as this holds no appeal for one as you. What a Luke's Resilient Sphere.
We're safe.
Where did you get gum Arabic?
Stepped on it outside.
Oh, okay. Plural.
I don't even have a 4th level slot. This is just cosmetic. No, I don't think we can get far enough away anyway. May as well walk.
If you are interested in the deck, you must declare ahead of time how many cards you wish to draw. And then each card must be drawn within an hour of the previous, in case you need time to reflect or recompose.
I'll draw a card.
Just one card?
Yeah, just one.
I must warn you, this will be your only chance to interact with this particular deck of many things. Should you find the card unsatisfying, there will be no chance for equalization. On the other hand, if you find the card to such great benefit that it entices you to draw another, the same circumstances remain in play. Are you certain one card is what you wish?
Yeah, just one.
So be it. Alright, let's bring it out, give it a shuffly shuff, and go ahead and click that deck and see what you... Of course it's not a good card. The Fool! Hey, wow, that was... Wow, predicted earlier when I just randomly typed as the Fool. Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's a tough one.
This could be worse, actually. Let's see. You lose 10,000 XP, discard this card, and draw from the deck again. So now we need to see what 10,000 XP loss does for you. If it doesn't cost you a level because we use Milestone, it's kind of just a whatever. But if it does cost you a level, or if it's enough to drop you down a level, then yeah, that's kind of a suck. Alright, let's get the PHB. Okay. Nope, that doesn't help. What page are you on? Oh, didn't turn back far enough. It's earlier in the book than I thought. Okay, John, what level is your character?
11.
Okay, yeah, that does not cause you enough of an XP drain to go down a level. So let's delete this card. Give me 1 second. We got to put that back in the deck, shuffle it up. It is possible you get this again, in which case, yeah, I suppose it would be worth tracking multiple instances of that. Shuffle that. And go right ahead. Second mandatory draw. It is balance. All right.
Fuck.
All right. Your mind suffers a retching alteration, causing your alignment to change. Lawful becomes chaotic, good becomes evil, and vice versa. If you are true neutral or unaligned, this card has no effect on you.
Well, that sucks.
Lawful neutral, yeah, that's going to swap you over to chaotic neutral. Jeez. That's a much different
That's okay.
party.
I'll go back. I thought we were gonna have to kill him.
Alright, let's do that. We'll shuffle it up again. And Shari looks upon you with a bit of a smirk. Did you find your experience to your satisfaction?
Gain some, you lose some.
That's a healthy
I will
attitude.
go ahead and draw 2.
2 for you. Very well. Alright. The first is yours to draw. The deck is shuffled and prepared. Oh, there it is. The skull. The avatar of death. This used to be such a brutal card in previous editions. It can still be in this edition, depending on how it is played out. You summon the Avatar of Death. A ghostly humanoid skeleton clad in a tattered black robe and carrying a spectral scythe. It appears in a space of the DM's choice within 10 feet of you and attacks you, warning all others that you must win the battle alone. This is very handy to draw if you draw the comic card right before it. The avatar fights until you die, or it drops to 0 HP, whereupon it disappears. If anyone tries to help you, the helper summons its own avatar of death. A creature slain by an avatar of death can't be restored to life. So that's our first card, and we're going to have to resolve that first and foremost. Avatar of Death. How is there no... There you are. Avatar of Death. Boom, 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 boom. 10 feet of you. I think we'll drop down right over here. Okay. Let's adjust this. Sort that. Alright, so yes, here is our avatar of Rambo, apparently. And it's coming in. Yep, that's right. It'll just float right on over to here. And pretty much the only good thing about this creature is it cannot miss. You'll note that it does not roll an attack roll, it just damages you. So that is gonna be... Oh, it didn't roll, that's just the average, so... 1 die 8 plus 3 plus 1 die 8 is... 5 slashing and 7 necrotic.
Alright, I'll only take 3 of that necrotic.
Very well. That'll pass it over to your turn then in response. And anybody else who wants to get involved, even though this thing appeared, he must challenge me alone. Interfere at your own demise.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and rage. Big surprise, right? And then I will do what I do best and start smacking him.
Alright, this ought to go quickly. Oh geez, alright, well yeah, that's a hit. That's another hit. Any chance we're immune to damage? Nope. Alright, 16, 19, 20, 30. Alright. There goes half its hit points. And Genso's reminding us that he knows languages. 2 times. 2 times. Is that your turn?
Well, bonus action rage and then 2 attacks. Although I did forget my Divine Fury on that first attack.
Ruh-roh.
Next turn, it's fine. That's my turn.
Alright. It will take a single automatic hit, 6 physical, 8 necrotic, and that will conclude its turn.
And I resist all of that now.
Yeah, like I said, the 3rd edition Avatar of Death was much more lethal than this one. This one's, as long as your character is at least like level 5 or higher, it's almost a gimme every time. I've never seen anybody lose to it, except the one time that somebody started drawing cards inside of a tavern full of patrons, and they drew the death card, so of course some of the more drunk tavern dwellers, as well as members of the city watch, started getting involved and started triggering a domino effect of avatars of death, and there were like 30 of them.
That would be hilarious to watch.
I think it's on one of our streams. I think it happened during Coalescence 1 through 3. I just don't recall exactly when, but we had at one point an entire reinforcement contingent of the city guards show up and start firing arrows into the establishment from outside, and then the death started swarming out into the streets. Oh, the Magoo Spear! Oh, he's bringing a little Magoo. That. leaves us right there, and then the spear butt will finish off the Avatar of Death.
You got butted.
You killed an Avatar of Death in like 2 turns. Good for you.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Can get rid of that. Shari looks over and gives a slow clap. Yes, that one is always disappointing.
Man, couldn't even do it in 1 turn.
I mean, if I was already raging, I would have been able to.
She shuffles the deck again. You have 1 card left to draw, and 1 hour to do so.
Let's do it right now.
Very well. Oh
my
boy.
God.
Oh,
bye.
boy.
Oh no.
See you later.
You disappear and become entombed in a state of suspended animation in an extra-dimensional sphere. Everything you were wearing and carrying stays behind in the space you occupied when you disappeared. You remain imprisoned until you are found and removed from the sphere. You can't be located by any divination magic, but a wish spell can reveal the location of your prison. You draw no more cards. Youch! If anybody has a Fates card in their hand, this would be an ideal time to deploy it. Otherwise, there tends to be no counter to this whatsoever. This is one of the worst things that can happen. It happened a couple times in our previous campaign, so much so that the Donjon prison became a location controlled by the Ministry, headed by a beholder known as, I believe, the Beholder King. And a number of our characters who were trapped there ended up becoming major keys and pivots in the coalescence to come. I used the Donjon as a brilliant kind of a locking device to entangle several of our groups. But if there is no, if we don't have a Fates card or something similar to that effect right now, this is a boom. That is a day for Ku Colin. Should you try for the moon card so you could at least try to find where the prison is, that'll be interesting. Yeah, our characters in the Sunday morning group never even actually made it to the donjon. They spent a number of weeks in the labyrinth outside of the donjon. I think like 4 or 5 sessions, and they got very close to the entrance, but then Nihilus showed up, and fighting Nihilus inside of a labyrinth? Oh god, that was just heinous. I'm going to move you all back here real quick. Back to better times. And then back here. Interesting. There we go. Shari looks over to Tyler and to Ozzy in the distance. May I be of service?
Nah, you're good.
100% good.
Good day, gypsy woman.
Oh, of course, and the next fucking card is, well, who knows who's going to draw what, but... After I did
The
a
void,
reshuffle.
I'll take it.
The void. Give me. I want it.
So one of our companions just basically showed up and then disappeared.
Yep, and he dropped all of his gear in the space that he was at. Jeez.
let's grab that for if and when we get him back.
Yep. Alright, Ozzy's got it then.
Yeah. I got so much stuff. Oh, also, could you cast Identify on the legendary sword I picked up?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he'll probably have done that during this time while he's waiting.
Or sorry, sick legendary sword as I wrote it.
Tassar's having flashbacks, so yeah, she was one of them that got trapped in the donjon.
Oh, really? Tell us your story, crazy lady. Are you in need of a fortune-telling stand in a castle?
Sick legendary sword.
What? No. And I guess we can head out here.
Oh, are we talking about the one that we found up here?
Yep.
Yeah. You said it was a legendary sword, but
I
we didn't get a chance
did.
to see what it is.
Did. The bigger question is, where the heck did I write it down? And the answer is nowhere. You guys were supposed to identify that last session so that I wouldn't have to remember it. So now I'm gonna have to improv a little something here. I'm sure once I look through the item list, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what it was. That doesn't help. That's only the very rare one. That's right. I gotta
Next
go to
long
my.
rest, I should get the identifier spell off you, Genzo.
Of course. It's definitely possible.
I have to go to my old DMs with Westy. That's the only place where I have the entire setup here. Oh man. Every month I send him a message. Come back soon, bro. Be okay. Alright, here we go. We got that. Legendaries. Alright, Sword of Shmurna. I don't think it was that one. No. Ah, yes, of course. You guys see there's that new Eberron book coming out later this month with all new Artificer expansions.
Yeah, loving that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be adding that one. I think I'll pre-order it to Payday tomorrow, so it'll just be in our inventory on release day.
No, you rock.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. This is known, speaking of which, that's why it triggered the memory for me. It's from the Eberron setting. It's known as Sharat Duval, the Blade of Truth. A legendary longsword forged in Kar Dragus, the lava pits below Sharn, wielded by an ancient Dakani hero who fell in battle against the Delakir Belashira. A sentience lies within the blade. It doesn't communicate with words, but while attuned, you can feel its emotions and desires. Sharat Duval was forged to protect the innocent from the machinations of the Delakir, and if it feels you are serving that purpose, it can grant great power. This is a +3 weapon. Whenever you hit an aberration, it takes an extra 2d10 radiant damage. And the bonus ability is called Unyielding Duty. If you have the favor of the sword, it guides and shields you from unnatural influences. While wielding this sword, it can choose to grant you the following benefits. You have true sight with a range of 90 feet. You cannot be charmed or frightened, and you have resistance to psychic damage. So whichever one of us thinks we're going to try to lay claim to this weapon right here, a certain bonding and testing experience will be required to unlock the full benefits of such.
Genzo describes it to everyone and says, I will exclude myself from the choice to have the sword. If my opinion is of any worth, I think Bond should have it.
Bond vigorously agrees.
How vigorously? I want to see RP.
I
Is
don't
this
know.
the
I don't know,
moment where
man.
the game breaks into a musical and like he rallies everybody into song and dance and they're all convinced by the end of it? He convinced me!
Yeah, I have a negative charisma modifier, so that's probably not what happens.
Didn't know he had moves like that!
Convince me, ho.
But, I mean, yeah, looking around at the rest of the party, I don't think anyone else swings a sword. So, like, I think Bon is the clear choice. Aside from, like, our rogue, but I think you've got stuff already.
I have proficiency.
Also, don't forget about the sexy shades from last week.
I believe the shades were for Gilly, and of course Bon John can have the sword. I'm only joking. As he won't give it up easily. He'll joke around with you.
Yeah. We can share it, dude. I'll take it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can have it on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
But it's already Friday.
Oh, darn. I guess it's my day.
In our campaign, we should say I'll take it for May through October, and you take it November through January.
Not to King Sheng, but I do not think polysodary is in order here. Especially given the attunement time of overnight.
As he's holding a long sword in one hand and a lightsaber in the other, it's like, what are you talking about?
All right, so if there's any other loot to identify, Genzo will do it. Take 10 minutes, but he will pass the sword over very reverently, in a very polite manner, over to Bon.
Very cool.
Throw it like an axe.
I caress it smoothly and say, "Oh baby, we're gonna bond later."
Okay, he's gonna fuck the sword. Let's leave. Let's get out of here.
Gonna watch.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And Gilly gets the glasses. It raises their charisma to 19, 20, I believe. I nicknamed them the bifocals of charisma.
Oh yeah, somebody else was supposed to get that.
It was either Gilly or Merlin, I think it was.
Yeah. Well,
the two
I
sorcerers.
think it was Merlin, right? Because he's a sorcerer, isn't he?
Merlin got the robes of the Magi.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he can use this to boost up his spell save DC, why not?
I mean, also Merlin's not here.
That is true.
Wait, what about a spell save DC?
Because he's a sorcerer.
His spell save was only like 15 without the Bloodwell vial.
Yeah.
Which Gilly's now missing.
Yeah, so this will give him a, +5 to the 8, and then I guess if you put his, I think you get.
I mean, I could use a +5 to my DC.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Do you use charisma?
No,
Yeah.
I don't use charisma.
Oh, bummer.
Well, there you go.
I'm just saying, I could use a +5 to my DC.
Yes, well, there you go. I think all of us could.
A DC 24 would be dope.
All right. Okay. Was there any other item that we needed to look at? I don't think so, right? I think that was it. Cloak of Displacement, Mace of Disruption. Yeah, no, I think that's it. Oh yeah, there was a ring with a single diamond gemstone set in it. Was that anything?
Oh yeah, I picked that up. What does it do? Ooh.
Damn. All right.
Well, should we keep it or?
Well, somebody keep it. It's gonna be useful.
I think I picked it up, so I'll just have it on my hand. No, God, you can't take it. No.
Uh-oh. Are you an elf? I mean, Genzo will identify it first just to make sure, we know what it does. And
It was more of a question: should we use it now to see where Cuchulainn is, or a break in case of emergency?
Huh. Well, can we wish him back?
Maybe if we had 2 wishing.
Don't know until you try.
I think it. Well, I mean, obviously, we might
Well,
not know this.
Genzo's got Arcana, so he should be able to figure that out.
I mean, just ask Shiri. I think she knows the card specifies that a wish spell can reveal the location.
Right, but the question is, can the wish spell bring him back?
That's a good question.
Gonna AFK for a second.
So we thinking we're good here? We're gonna head out?
For sure, yeah.
Go right ahead. Yeah, you called them the bifocals of charisma. I called them the sexy shades.
Not too.
Or the sexy sunnies.
So, are we gonna leave or what?
Yeah, I'm at the entrance.
We've got an android to go revive.
Hey, Ken, did you need a new character sheet, or were you able to get one going?
I'm working on it.
Gotcha. Condolences, man. That is a suck way to have it just instantly rug pulled out.
So I'm guessing we can't use the wish spell to bring them back.
I mean, the wish spell, it specifically says will only reveal the location of the prison.
Yeah, I figured.
Think of the quest journal. mean, I know why I'm typing, because I'm eating. How come you guys aren't talking?
Haha!
That is also munching. I think we should go get that Warforged back up. Somebody said we're leaving too many side quests unfinished. I agree.
But what if it takes a lot of time and energy?
What are we in a rush for? What do we got going on?
With a man of character. He knows what we should do.
He says, we need to go and infiltrate city. Longer we wait, less.
Yeah, but maybe the Warforged can help us with that.
Yeah, we did just watch a guy get spaghettified. Maybe we should grab that Warforged.
I mean, maybe it wouldn't take too long, I guess, but I don't know.
Do you know how to bring Warforged back?
I mean, I don't know for sure, but there's a big flashing message on it that says Emerald, and we got like a bunch of those.
It was not flashing message. It was information from other person.
It was
I thought for sure it had like a diagnostic screen or something.
The whole reason we went into this cave was to get these emeralds. Now we have the emeralds, and you're saying we shouldn't use them? Why'd we even come to this cave?
We could do it on the way back. But I'm fine.
Then what was the point of going right now to do it? We could have just went to the cave after we went to the town.
Mm.
What was the point of going here first if we weren't going to go back and activate the Warforged?
Because we knew last time we went to a temple we received a blessing. So we came here on the way to the city to see if we could receive another blessing in case anything happens in the city.
And we were blessed with gems.
Which is literally the reason we went north. We said, oh, hey, we should go get some gems. And then we found out, oh, there's a temple with some gems, potentially. Oh, so we went to go get the gems. Now we have the gems and you don't want to use the gems?
Not necessarily.
I mean, my only thing is, we're closer to the city than we are the Warforged. Like, the city's
if we go back to Warforged, and it takes too long to figure out how to bring Warforged back, I suggest then we will leave that for later. Okay?
I mean, that's fine. What time limit are we on right now, though?
He says the city, our companion is waiting for us to try and help us get in.
He's not waiting for us. He abandoned us because he was on a time crunch.
It says, I was trying to make sure that we go faster. Only because he said that he would wait for us.
No, he didn't. He said, I can't wait anymore. I need to go rescue my family. So then he went and did that. Or is in the process of doing that.
Okay. I'm alright if we go to Warforged.
Alright, that's 3 out of 5. Let's go.
Okay.
Very well. I think you guys have the ability to move the token, but let's check if there are any encounters.
Plot twist, we go home. Fucking fooled you. And that one can't be good.
It means there's only one encounter. Right, DM?
1 million encounters.
I'm assuming enough time has passed so that we're back at our full hit points.
Yes. Okay, how do we want to do this? What's our passive perceptions in this group?
11.
17.
16.
I think mine's like 12. I lied. It's 13.
Shit, that's their stealth roll.
Okie dokie. So we head back up this way. I believe we had enough flight capacity to where we could scale up this cliff without any issue. Make our way past the villages on the same day. And all the way back here to where the Warforge is located. Actually, it's about here that we would make it. There are a number of bodies littering the landscape in this area by this bamboo forest. Based on the clothing and equipment on these bodies, they are Yakuza. And based on the damage and disturbance in the area, they were annihilated by that Alpha Tarask that's been wandering around. Oh, tragically HP got timed out. Poor guy. Ha 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 ha. Sucks to be you.
What's the time frame from here up and back again?
About an hour.
Oh, okay. So they're like less than an hour dead.
I'm sorry, it's about an hour there and then an hour back. So this probably happened within the last hour, 90 minutes, you would guess. It's pretty recent.
Can I look around and see if I spot that giant beast roaming around near us?
You can roll an active perception. Passive, we're feeling like it's not close by, unless it's hiding under a massive burrow like it was when it was first debuted.
That's worse than my passive.
That's worse than your passive, yeah, we're fine. No sign of it anywhere.
Can we inspect the bodies for loot?
Yeah, Genzo's gonna cast guidance and then use perception.
This Tarask is all tiptoeing through the bamboo forest. Don't ever find me.
Oof.
Wow. Okay.
Genzo's blind.
I still want to loot the bodies though.
We've got some automatic pistols. 2 die 6 damage. Anywhere, I would say, number of bodies, brief combat, say 80 rounds of pistol ammunition. Pistols appear to be in very decent working order.
Are they dexed?
They are dexterity based. They do require firearms proficiency. If you don't have it, it's you don't get your proficiency bonus to the attacks, of course.
Well, I'm not proficient, so Azzy, are you?
I'm not, but I've got a high dex, so I'll take one. Even if just for show. You know, we're sneaking into the city to like get these people's help, so I don't know.
Yep. Genzo's gonna take a pistol too.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
But yeah, do any of the bodies have their left pinky, like the tip of their left pinky cut off?
They do not.
Okay.
So there were only 2 pistols?
No, there's say half a dozen.
Oh, okay. I want to take a pistol then.
Sounds good. There are also 140 gold coins, but these are very exquisite and new coins compared to the kinds that you guys are seeing. Like, these seem to have been minted this year, and they've been kept in very, very good condition. Otherwise, they're about the same size as gold you use, but they have Japanese writing on it indicating this coin is worth 1 gold, this coin is worth 5 gold, so on and so forth.
Does that pistol have a an item sheet?
each table should have a handout. Yeah, Thursday Treasury, all of you are able to edit. And only this table can edit, so Wednesday can't come in here and take your guys' treasure. Likewise, you guys can't go over to theirs. Exceptions notwithstanding for people like Paul, who happens to play at both tables, so be good.
Is it blank? Because I don't see anything.
It's blank, yeah, you'll have to click the edit button right now. All of the treasury sheets, I believe, were set to default with the new chapter, and we've not really found a whole lot.
Got it. Okay. No, I meant, does the pistol have like an item description in the compendium that I can bring to my sheet?
Yeah, if you type in pistol, you should find automatic pistol, and then you can just, I think they've now changed it to where you can drag drop those onto your sheet, and it populates all of the info.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's why I was hoping it had one.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we'll salvage whatever clothing, and then I think we need to burn the bodies, right?
It is still pretty wet out here, so unless we've got like a magical incineration method, it may take longer than it's worth trying to dispose of the bodies. Plus, there are plenty of villagers who are now starting to kind of scatter out from their homes now that the imminent horde of undead has passed / been taken care of. They're now kind of going about their own cleanup operation.
Oh, okay.
With us living with Noburo, would we know anything about Japanese like burial customs?
More than likely.
Can I burn them all with the word of radiance?
I could see that working.
Although
technically they're dead, so they're not creatures at this point. They're just objects, so it doesn't look like this has any object interaction.
Well, maybe, like Genzo has a lightsaber, so he'll destroy as much as he can before heading to the Warforge, I guess. Do these guys have better kind of like clothing than the ones that we liberated?
Not really. The mangling from the Tarask was significantly worse.
Yeah, okay, got it. All right, so if the villagers don't really need too much help, we should go to the Warforge then.
Alrighty. Let's get some active perception checks.
Oh, that's better.
There is one Yakuza still left alive, but just barely. He is part of a nearby tree. Either he got tail swiped or clawed or something, but yeah, he became impaled in this massive tree. And there is a large duffel of sorts. Duffel's kind of inaccurate. Like, this is a massive sized bag that, just based on the size of it, you have to imagine it probably took like 2 or 3 people to carry this thing. And it's laying in the mud about 10 feet away from where this one guy is impaled onto the tree. And you guys see him before he sees you because of the way he's positioned. He's actually facing away from your approach, and of course he can't move to turn. It's not until you guys get within his front-facing direction that he actually can be aware of your presence at all.
from what we can tell from the villagers, they hate the Yakuza, correct?
Oh yeah, they are not a fan of the Kazumiri Syndicate.
Okay. And he turns to the others and says, "Shall we save him to find out what the information he can give us?"
Yeah, I was gonna see if Spare the Dying would stabilize him.
If not, I'll give him some dust.
He is at 0 HP and dying, so yes, that will certainly help. He is attached to the tree still, however, and in a significant amount of pain as he speaks in Japanese, looking upon your group. Why, save me.
I'll pull
We
him
can
off
use
the
a
tree and give
lightsaber
him-
to cut him out of the tree.
Somebody roll a medicine check.
I didn't mean that, sorry.
Yeah, even just your standard magical healing is not going to be sufficient here based on how he's impaled into the tree. It's going to take some rather delicate work to extract him from this situation, after which magical healing will be absolutely what he's looking for, but it's not just a simple matter of casting a spell and then he's magically going to detach from the tree, so to speak.
Wait, I'm sorry. So you said a lightsaber wouldn't cut the branch or whatever that he's on, so that way we could do some nice surgical procedures?
It would. It's just it's not an automatic kind of thing. It's going to take some precision work here. So I would say a combination of lightsaber or weapon proficiency combined with some medicine skill challenge checks here to ensure he doesn't take more damage in your attempts to remove him.
Got it. Okay. So if someone wants to cut him down, I'll do the medicine.
Yeah, Genzo can do that. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Oh, perfect. Nicely done.
Perfectly surgical.
That'll do it just fine right there. Yeah, we're able to get him out of the tree, and yeah, you get a full view of the scope of his wounds now that he's removed from the tree, and he's very quickly about to slip back into death mode here. And with that, you are able to stabilize him at least at the 1 HP that he's at. Set him down gently, and he looks upon each of you graciously. Thank you. Who are you?
Hey, don't worry about the questions. We'll be asking those, okay? What's your name?
Shizu.
Shizu. What happened here?
Massive beast seemed to manifest from beneath the dirt. Was over before we knew what happened. I think it killed all of them.
And I'm assuming you were with everyone here?
Yes, we were heading back to the city.
What were you doing?
Reconnaissance. We found. He packs up some vital life essence right there as he looks over at the massive bag in the mud, and he just kind of slightly nods his head over towards that.
Hey, can someone go look at that while I'm still talking to him?
Genzo will.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
And am I right to assume that you're part of the Yakuza?
I am, yes.
What's in that bag?
He starts to cough to try to utter a response as the other two get to the bag. Massive zippers and banding around it, and this thing has got some serious heft to it. Do we want to open it up?
Can we do some detect magic?
What's in the bag?
Okay. Yeah, Genzo could. He'll
Shizu
take
seems quite interested in the healing dust if it's offered.
Take 10 minutes.
I'll give him a greater healing dust, yeah.
Oh, no. Hold off.
Hold off.
We are still questioning this man. We don't want him to get healed and decide he doesn't need to answer any more of our questions.
And we're all very powerful adventurers. At least they won't cough every single time he's answering a question.
Fair enough.
I'll just blow it in his face.
Wait, you're using a
Roll it
greater
up.
one?
What's a greater healing potion again? 4d4?
Yeah, 4d4 plus 4.
Keep a gun trained on him. He gets 12.
Gets him back much better than he was.
So what's in that bag?
It's a recovered artifact from an unknown place. It's similar to a mechanical construct, a drone, but design we've not seen before.
What was the plan for it?
Return it to the city. We'd never seen anything like it.
Got it. And off tangent question. What's up with all these villagers out here? They look like they've been secluded.
I don't understand. This is their village. Always has been.
But it's right outside of the city, so where was the protection?
I can't speak to that. I'm not a defender.
What are you then?
You identified it. I am Yakuza.
But you just said you weren't a defender. Aren't the Yakuza in charge of this town here?
In charge, no.
Then what are you doing here?
represent those who are.
And so the defenders aren't part of the Yakuza.
There are no defenders. This is not a society that reinforces such as that.
And why'd you say anything about the defenders when I asked why these guys weren't helped?
Difference in communication styles. What is more accurate to say is there are no defenders whatsoever, and the question that you ask has no real answer.
So the Yakuza who represent the people in charge of the town, or city, whatever you want to call it, just left the villagers to their own demise? The villagers right outside your town that, live right next to you?
What do you want me to say?
I want to know what's going on. Why are the Yakuza not helping anything, even though they're supposedly in charge of this town, or in charge of this city? I don't know why the Yakuza seem to be having such a bad rap.
Not very honorable.
I am merely one man. I cannot see to the defense of countless innocents in an uncertain time, in unpredictable days, where monsters literally rise out of the ground before you. Those in the city have it just as hard as those out here. Those out here do not come to the defense of those of us in the city, and yet you do not hear us quibble about it.
You're also surrounded by a wall, so I mean...
For all the good it has done us.
If
you have come here to spout insults and try to gauge something from me, you will find little success in that.
I'm gonna shove my finger in his wound.
Oh, Genzo steps forward.
The only thing this changes is my initial opinion of you.
Well, we already had a preconceived opinion of you, and we were hoping for a little bit of honorableness or understanding, or maybe some answers as to what's going on, and you've only reinforced the preconceived notions we've already had, as you have been zero.
I've answered your questions truthfully. Now that I've answered them, you seek some moral debate and solution as to why the Yakuza are not out here protecting the fishing villages and the rice makers. This is not a conversation that I am properly equipped to have. And again, I'm not certain what you hope to get out of me in this line of conversation. You're hoping to find out why we're not out here defending. That there is no answer to that. That is a question that does not be asked in this realm. If you wish the defenses of these rice makers and these fishermen to be of importance, why aren't you out here defending them?
He has a
because we didn't know what was happening until we came through, and lo and behold, it's already been destroyed. Whereas you guys decided it was nice and impromptu to go out on an exploration mission and come back, ignoring the plights of this village that you have to travel through constantly. Regardless of that, we are here trying to do something now, and all you're trying to do is go home. And I'm trying to ask some questions, and you've been giving me attitude. And I'm gonna twist my finger in his wound.
God damn! He looks at the rest of you. Is this your response to attitude?
Again, so exactly.
Go ahead.
No, you're about to do the exact same thing I was about to do.
Yeah, Genzo steps up and says, Tyler, please. torture is not the answer here. He says, please stop.
Not that you'll
I mean-
believe me, not that this won't lead into another line of questioning, but this assault inside the city and out, likely in the areas that you two come from, was unexpected all around. Is the region that you come from such that it was properly defended and everyone was properly informed and secured and supplied ahead of time? Or did this just happen and you are now on the road trying to make sense of this new situation? You find us in much the same as you. The only difference is we got squashed by a massive monster.
You had a wall you could have brought these people into because they have nothing to protect them. And
God
you're a giant
damn it,
wall.
this just happened! Today! Do not lecture us on trying to effect a mass evacuation that just happened.
Genzo will move very slowly.
None of your people are doing anything. There's literally dead bodies laying around of the villagers. There's literally a guy holed up in his house who is afraid, doesn't want to go and ask for help because you guys are a problem, a nuisance. I mean, we just rescued an entire, I guess you could say tavern full of people.
Then you are an angel and I am a devil, and that shall be the end of the conversation now that we have established this reality.
Genzo says, he does not speak for all of us.
Seem to be fine letting him.
No, Genzo's gonna step in between and basically look at Tyler to have him remove his finger from this guy's wounds. Does Tyler do it?
I'm gonna remove it after I push it a little in deeper and twist on the way out.
Yeah, well, Ozzy and Genzo are gonna be healing this guy, so.
You're
Does
more
it
cocaine,
remove
it's
the
okay,
pain?
buddy. More cocaine.
This is all just part of the torture game. You restore my wounds so that you can re-inflict them.
He says, this will not happen again. He says,
I get a sly smile across my face.
yeah, so yeah, Genzo's gonna use a dust of regular healing. Oh, actually, Ozzy, you already did that one, right? So is it?
Yeah. I did another greater healing. I rolled 15 for him after Tyler.
Yeah, aside from
did
some
that.
superficial wounds, that ought to get him back in fighting trim, but he seems to be hesitant to stand up.
Yeah. He says, Shizu, we are just trying to help people here. He says, we have tried to rescue and help them. Your reputation here has not been great with the villagers, but I will not let anybody torture you. It is not my way.
Not everybody gets along with everybody.
Says, why don't you rest here for a moment? We will convene to see about getting you back to the city. Will we be welcome if we help you back there?
I wouldn't count on it. I'm not in a position to vouch for people I don't quite know.
I mean, we saved you, so it doesn't matter whether you know us or not. You kind of owe us a life debt.
I am not the president, I am not the rule maker, I am not even a guard at the front gate. I do not have the authority to insist, to recommend, to ask that strangers be admitted into the city. Is that clear enough?
I want to pull out the gun I just got from his dead buddies, and point it at his head.
Oh boy.
I will step in front of it.
He visibly sweats.
He says, Tyler, what are you doing?
Well, he can't help us. He refuses to help us, so he's of no use. And quite frankly, they're the bad guys, so why would we let him just, run free? So that way he can go back into the town and warn everyone that there's a party of adventurers heading towards the town, because, he knows we're heading towards the town now.
How does he know, except after you have just said it?
You literally asked him if we take him to the town, if we can get in. Why would we need to get into the town if we weren't going to the town?
To ensure that he is safe.
I mean, wouldn't just dropping him off at the door then make it safe? Because there's a wall, there's guards. I mean, I'm just saying he's not stupid. Like,
this.
Also, I kind of tortured him. You think he's gonna go back to the town and just forget all of that?
I mean, I think he's going to say there's one bad person in this adventuring party.
Despite our differences of philosophy, I cannot help but be grateful that my life exists because of your care and consideration. I just don't know what it is you expect of me. You obviously have a care and concern for people you don't even know. I'm not going to argue it's admirable, but just because I don't share your motives, your morality, I don't know why this makes us such bitter enemies to the point where you want to torture me. These people are no friends of mine, nor I of theirs, but they travel in our city unmolested. I travel in their lands, likewise, unmolested, even during a time such as this.
So you pay them taxes?
We do not pay taxes to them, no. We buy
But they
their
pay
goods.
taxes from you.
They do.
How's that specifically work? They pay taxes to you for what?
That's a political issue. If you want to take it up with a senator or somebody in the high office inside the city, if you ever admitted such a meeting, those are questions for there.
You mean the general people don't know what the taxes are for? I feel like if, you pay a tax, you would know what it's for.
Again, I apologize for saying anything. I attempt to smooth over the waters and it just makes things even worse.
I think,
I do not know where all the monies that are brought into Kazumiri City go. Maybe I should as a citizen. I just don't give a fuck.
And that's fair.
We love you.
At least it's
I'm just trying to live my fucking life, and now all of a sudden I'm responsible for where the fucking tax distribution is.
Right.
This guy is clearly not the mayor, man. He doesn't know.
Just shouting at a guy on the street, why is this road not fixed?
It's one of the tax out of your country now.
Why is healthcare so expensive?
What did I do?
Listen, I just expect a member of the Yakuza to know more than the average citizen, considering, they're like...
Which, sure, I mean, and he's provided information that we, of course, did not already have, but the things that we're asking him are beyond his pay scale or ability to authorize. Like, of course, we want to get into the city, and he's Yakuza, so we ask him, but his response is, I can't get people into the gate. I can get myself in because I'm a citizen, but I don't have a guest pass for 8 other people that they're going to grill with questions as to why are you here and trying to get in. And then likewise, the upper echelon of society that controls all of the politics and the money and things that are way above his head, these are all issues that he's either chosen to put out of mind or he just never gave a shit about in the first place because they don't really concern him as he sees it.
Okay. How about we take a different approach? How about you smuggle us in for some coin?
Oh, what?
I was 15 gold sound to smuggle us in.
Looks at him as well and looks back at Ozzy. I'm like, what?
15 gold is paltry. It's not even an hour's wage.
Am I completely misunderstanding the value of gold here? Because 15 gold seems like a lot.
I mean, 15 gold can't even get you a sword. A decent sword.
All right, how about 150 gold?
Let's just say I entertain this idea. I am not experienced in such subterfuge. In what way do you suggest I try to smuggle a group of people into the most secure complex in the land?
Well, considering this is your town, how would I know that?
Does anyone have pass without trace?
It's not really needed.
We're going to head off to our 10-minute break, let you all continue discussing your options here, and we'll catch up very shortly with some more RU Gaming.
All right, thank you.
I mean, pass without
Hey,
trace
look,
is
you
helpful
monster.
for me. I'm in heavy armor, so
Well, yeah, I mean, we would definitely need somebody to be able to cast something like that. But you know,
Listen, the automatic change from lawful to chaotic really throws my healing into a different perspective.
I mean, you're still neutral. That wasn't very neutral. That was you decisively like, no, fuck you.
He's a bad guy, and we need information.
yeah,
I mean-
and he was gonna give it. You didn't
I
have to-
saved him, and then I tortured him. It seems chaotic to me. I do whatever I want.
Tyler's just an asshole now.
Not to you guys. He's the bad guy in my eyes, all right?
I do respect that it's just like every explanation I gave was like, okay, that makes sense, but Tyler was having none of it.
Yeah, I think you know, Genzo's just gonna put it as, obviously he cannot help us, but we cannot let him loose right now, while we're trying to do what we do. So we would probably need to make sure that he is tied up and indisposed for the time that we are doing our thing.
Yeah,
My
I mean,
thinking-
as a person, I completely understand everything he's saying, but for my character, he's the bad guy, and I hate him, and everything's his fault. So
I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just need to stash this guy somewhere. We probably asked him, actually, we could ask him to draw us a map of the place, and in return, we'll stash him somewhere.
let's take him with us to the Warforged Tavern, and where we can have a sit down.
I believe the thing he was talking about that he's never seen before, I believe it's the Warforged that's in the bag.
Yeah,
We'll take him back to the city.
Yeah, we should just check the bag.
But also, I was
Do you
thinking,
think the big person-sized Warforged is going to fit in that bag?
Oh, he said that the bag is really, really huge.
Oh, I thought he said.
I mean,
I
it's
thought
like
he
a
just said it was
body
really
bag.
hefty.
Yeah, no, he said it's like, it looks like it'll take something about big enough for 2 guys or something like that.
Oh, I thought he said it was a drone.
Yeah. I mean,
Could
it
be
could
wrong,
be
it's
the
just what
Warforged.
I assumed.
Yeah, it could be the Warforged, or it could be something separate. But we should just take a look and see what's inside.
Yeah, we should definitely do that before we do anything then. But if it's not, then we should definitely take him back to the tavern and have a little sit down in less austere conditions, because it's probably still raining out, huh?
Probably.
My thinking for him was to not necessarily use him to get into the city, but once we're in the city, was to use him to take us to the boss, so to speak.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, unless we've got somebody with really high charisma, I don't think that's going to happen right now.
I do have a
I
plus
mean, if
13
Dan throws me
persuasion.
in by then,
Sorry, what?
I have
if
a
Dan
plus.
brings my new character in.
Oh, you've got a new character?
Yeah, I'm fully built. I just used an old character and remade him.
Nice. Do you
happen to have a high charisma?
Exactly my question.
I mean, my first 2 levels are barred, so I hope fucking so.
All right. Oh wow. I don't know. Can you beat a plus 13?
With
I've got a plus
advantage.
5.
The pendant of Ellen Hodel gives me advantage on all charisma checks. Or charisma perception checks, anyway. Persuasion. And I
Well,
look
okay.
like an
Then we'll
angel.
leave it to the both of you to convince and sweet talk him. But Genzo's basically like, let's get information from him, stash him somewhere, and we'll come and pick him up on the way back and let him go. But yeah.
So it sounds like we should just take him to the tavern anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he still respects Tyler for saving his life, so just maybe play it cool.
Listen, I'll hold off on the torture and I'll heal him. If he's not at full health. I know he just got healed for another 15.
Daniel did say he was back up to like fighting weight, so I assume he's perfectly fine. We'll have a drink and bring this Warforged back to life.
Listen, I mean, a little torture never hurt anyone, okay?
Like, I was with you.
Yeah, I just can't see Genzo being party to that. He might be an Oni, but he's an honorable Oni.
I mean, what's honorable about leaving an entire village to die?
So that's the thing, is they technically didn't. It was literally just shit hit the fan, and there wasn't time to save the village.
Listen, I get that, but again, he's living in a town with a wall, and these people are out here in fucking burning wooden shacks.
Yeah, but the understanding I took from it was that the Yakuza are just like a criminal syndicate in the city. They're not in charge.
They represent the people in charge. He said that. So obviously the people in charge aren't very good either if they're using a criminal organization as their front end.
I mean,
the real Yakuza is pretty good sometimes.
I mean, if you think about it, the Crips and the Bloods, you think of them as some of the biggest gangs in the Western Seaboard, but if you look at what they actually were created for and are supposed to stand for, they were originally good guys. They just wanted to protect their cities.
Yeah, but this guy's not protecting nothing.
He's protecting his people.
He's just a guy.
Everyone around him is dead. He didn't protect nothing.
Okay, he's trying. He might be a good guy, but that doesn't. He's a good guy, but not necessarily good at it.
He's a
Listen, he may be a good guy, but he's with a bad group of people, and by association, that makes him a bad guy. You can't be a good guy in a bad group because, then you would, do something about it. But, just going along with it, you're not a good guy. You're a bad guy.
I mean, your definition of bad is...
Kidnapping people isn't bad.
Who kidnapped who?
The Yakuza kidnapped that guy's family that we went to infiltrate and retrieve.
Yeah, but not this guy. And Wong, we're only hearing Wong.
He's with the Yakuza. He is with the group that did the kidnapping. So if the group is bad, then the members by association are also bad, because otherwise they would be doing good, but the group's doing bad.
But
and
like
the good guys aren't doing anything about it, so that makes them bad.
But what if it's like
have
1980s bad, where it's like really good, like really cool to be bad?
Just to be clear, Genzo is totally okay with killing him, just not torturing him. That's all.
Listen, I wanted information, and torture is the easiest way to get information.
To get wrong information.
If you think you can lie under pain, then
actually studies have proven
not enough pain, or someone's been through some shit.
I just be saying everything you want me to say.
Do you want me to disprove you and point out how many studies have proven that that torture has produced more false information than true information? Torture has been proven to be completely ineffective, and that is why we don't use it.
What studies have been conducted around giant monsters coming out of the earth, man? I need information. I know how to torture. I'm trying to get information via torture.
Well, I mean that might be the case for your character, but Genzo is definitely not going to stand for that. It's like if you're going to kill the guy, kill the guy. Otherwise, ask your questions, and if he doesn't answer properly, just kill him. But this whole torture thing, he can't go for that.
As he won't let anyone kill this guy. He's just a guy.
He's a bad guy with a bad group of people.
So just
show me the proof.
A couple things
the guy's family. The whole reason we came here. What do you proof?
We have literally only heard Wong's side of the story, and we have not been in the city. We don't know what it's like. There could be undead in the city constantly killing people for all we know, and that's
then why did we agree to come help this dude?
Because we needed. He was our best way to get into the city that we know nothing about.
Then why do we need to get into the city?
To search for allies and the help to defeat the undead.
So we were just gonna infiltrate a city that we supposedly know nothing about. For what? We could have just walked to the door and be like, "Hey, can we come inside?"
Which is what I suggested at the very beginning.
Yeah, Wong basically said that wasn't a great idea.
Also, Wong don't know shit, okay?
So we were gonna follow Wong to make sure that he was A-okay, and then, if, let's say, we found that there was a threat with his family and stuff like that, then we'll make our decision from there.
So then just fuck this guy, we'll do this Warforged, and then we'll just go to the town and see if we can get in. If not, then we'll figure something else out. I'm apparently lost on all the information.
Seems like it.
I'm about just leaving this guy to his own devices. I just thought it would make sense for him to, if he is part of the Yakuza, which is supposedly being used by the upper echelons of the city to do stuff, it would be our quickest way to gain favor with the city if we were to meet their boss and whatnot.
Yeah, but
That's what I was intending to use him for.
He's too low level, though. I mean, he himself said it, right?
Again, I also just tortured this guy.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out why you did it. Well, you did have a
for
draft.
information.
Sometimes you just don't like a guy's face.
Exactly.
He's a bad guy. I didn't like him. I wanted information. But so far, we have found of nothing of use, which means he is of no use. And if we set him free, he's just going to go back to the town and talk about this group of adventurers that tortured him.
No, they're going to tell him that the cleric of our adventuring group tortured him. Well, the others
he didn't know I was a cleric.
Yeah, and that is not how it works.
This isn't guilty by association, bruh.
Exactly. Oh wait, what tale are you talking about? Sorry, Daniel.
I'm sorry, do what now?
You said he did mention the tale. What tale was that?
That his family had been taken from him in the apocalypse, and after the world changed for the second time, and he was just wandering these lands trying to find purpose, he discovered that his family was somehow alive once again, but they were being taken into the city by the Yakuza or some authority of the city. And that's what drove him to the point that he's trying to get into the city.
Right. So let's go back to the inn, and let's get the Warforged taken care of first. Oh, actually, before that, we're gonna look at the pack to make sure we see what this drone is all about.
It's the Danamari war machine.
Oh, okay. So it's like out here.
Exactly. These guys apparently made their way to the same location you did. They found the Warforged drone, war machine, whatever, of interest. They bagged it up. They were supposedly heading back to the city, and then they got tramped on by the Tarrasque.
Oh, okay.
So what you're saying is they walked through all of this desecration and did nothing. They just went looking for loot.
That's
the
one
Tarrasque.
interpretation.
Yep. Yeah. So
I'm
shall,
gonna shoot
shall
this
we
guy in the head.
shall we drag the Warforged back, so that we can see if we can revive the Warforged in a dry environment?
And there's this new guy just sitting here in the corner listening to you guys this whole time talking.
What does he look like?
Mind your business, dragon guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head.
I'm gonna stop him.
I'm gonna do nothing because I'm pretty powerless.
Just a dragonborn sipping tea in the corner.
Nice.
Damn, I'm gonna write a ballad about this.
Well, it sounds like combat starting.
Sounds like you guys will need to dice off initiative against each other here. See who's actually going first. If you're going to try to go for a disarm or if he's going to go for a attack.
Get down, Mr. President.
Yikes. Alright, well, he's drawn his weapon and has aimed it at the guy. I was about to start grabbing a token for him, but if I'm about to get shot, I ain't even gonna bother. Oh, Trell is just watching all of this like slack-jawed, like, what the hell have I got myself into?
Look away, Otrell. So I guess if nothing's happened, I'm just gonna shoot this guy.
I mean, I rolled initiative.
Well, you've got the top here, so what are you thinking?
Just going to disarm Isla.
Oh, let's see.
Possible.
Disarm has its own special rules here that we don't draw into very often. What the hell is that? Well, that's
And I
where
don't
we
know if I
lost
can
the
roll a
stream
persuasion,
entirely.
persuasion on Tyler or not, but
I mean, you can, but you gotta all have the trust and honor system here that you're playing it in character, which sounds like everybody is. Okay, disarming attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend a superiority die. Well, that's apparently if you're only that thing. Combat options, disarm. This is better. Okay.
I'm going the full Anakin.
You can
Say
use-
goodbye to your right hand.
You can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon or other item from a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's athletics or acrobatics check. If the attacker wins, the attack causes no damage or other ill effect, but the defender drops the item. The attacker has disadvantage if the target is holding the item with 2 or more hands. The target has advantage on its ability check if it is larger than the attacking creature, or disadvantage if it is smaller. So your attack versus his athletics or acrobatics check.
I'm gonna use a point of inspo.
24. You're gonna have to beat a 24 on your attack roll there to disarm that weapon.
I think it's normal. Or
It should be normal
because
because he's not bigger, you're not smaller, nobody's holding anything in 2 hands. Oh, jeez.
Oh, well,
You almost cut fucking John Bovey's leg off. I'm just standing here, bro.
Whoa, what happened?
There we go. With an inspo, I got it.
Alright, so 26 versus 24. Are those our final numbers?
I'll accept that, yeah.
No, I'll use a hero point.
Okay.
They're force points now, right? So it's
Yeah.
2d8, is it?
Yep, for him it'd be 2 die 8. Take the better of the 2.
And can I use a force point since he is?
Certainly.
Y'all are ridiculous.
So that is 28 versus... Oh dear. Yeah, versus 33 or 32.
Garbage.
So he disarms the pistol, and then...
Stand down, Tyler.
Unless we want to just spend infinite number of rounds picking it back up, dropping it, what have you, Ozzy should probably use his free movement action to take the pistol off the floor. Otherwise, on Tyler's turn, he can use his free action to pick it up and just shoot the guy without any imposition. Because that's how the mechanics work in this instance.
I was just gonna cast a spell.
I mean, I'm gonna cast a spell before that because I've got you on initiative.
Is Ozzy picking up the pistol?
I will pick up the pistol, yes, and ask, and tell Tyler's like, why are you doing this? We're meant to be the good guys. We don't just kill random people because we have a differing in philosophy. Regardless of if you think this guy is bad.
Genzo looks at him and says, "Yes, we do."
Literally, we don't.
Difference of philosophy? He's with a bad group of people, and by association, that makes him bad because he's not doing anything about it. Besides that, his whole group of people that just got slaughtered out there literally went through a ravaged town to ransack people. They literally stole this out of a house that was unoccupied, and they were on their way back. What part of that is good?
Please
We
don't
were
kill me, I don't
literally in
want to
an
die.
ancient shrine an hour ago and just picked up magic items and decided to keep them because we were there. At least they didn't go into...
We were in a dungeon. We had to fight for our lives. What do you mean?
It was a sacred shrine!
Y'all, that is way more like I'm casting command and yelling at Tyler to stop with command. To relax.
And then there's this dragon guy.
Oh dear. I
Silver
ain't listening to shit.
I just ignore it.
I don't have silver bird.
This man needs to die. Otherwise, he's just going to go back to the town and talk about how I tortured him, and there's a group of adventurers trying to get into the town for whatever nefarious things he decides to say.
Don't kill me. I don't want to die. Please.
No one's talking to you. Be quiet.
We could time him up and leave him here. That would satisfy both parties, I think. He will.
So why? So he can commit more acts of atrocity?
What acts of atrocity has he committed that you know of? For sure, he has committed.
There's people in the village right now, and he ignored all of them to go grab loot. That seems pretty atrocious to me.
So did we? We went to the shrine instead of taking that guy back to the castle.
An entire tavern of people, and then the one guy that we did interact with said he wasn't doing nothing. We literally tried, and he said no.
Well, all right. Whatever it is, we cannot let him just go. If we let him go, there's no guarantee that he will not betray us. So the question then becomes, are we going to let him live and tie him up, or are we going to kill him?
I'm gonna disengage and hustle out into the light snowfall here.
Oh hell no! That ain't happening.
Azzy is down with tying him up, but he cannot condone the killing of this person.
All right, so who's going next?
If we're going by initiative, I would still be in here. So
It's Tyler's turn next.
Genzo rolled.
Oh wait, actually it's Genzo. Yeah, Genzo just rolled later in the turn order.
God dang it!
Yeah, Genzo is going to, let's see, where's that? So out is just south of Shizu, correct?
I'm sorry, what is just?
The Shizu trying to run out is out just south of him. Then is that correct? That structure.
Correct. He has just run outside of the building and headed south.
Okay.
If you move your character, you'll be able to see through the roof.
Yeah. 5, 10. Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he will say to Shizu, he'll pull out his pistol and he'll say to Shizu, "Halt!" He says, "I do not wish to shoot you in the back, but I cannot let you leave." So Genzo will ready in action to shoot this guy. Oh, actually, does he respond? Does he stop?
He throws up his arms and his knees are shaking and he turns around. He's like, "Please, just let me go. He's going to kill me."
He says, "No." He says, "We are trying to decide whether you are going to die or if we are going to tie you up. You cannot be allowed to leave."
Either way is dead. You tie me up, you just leave me for the zombies.
We will come back for you.
Not before they do.
He says, "You do not know this."
Neither do you.
Indeed. So you would prefer to die now then?
Either way is killing me. If it makes you feel better to leave me tied up for some later zombies meal, then yes, just be done with it.
I can understand that. That is an honorable death, and it is one I will give you. He is going to shoot him.
I swear to Christ.
Yeah, he's just not about torture, that's all.
No, I said I wanted to kill him. We just went through an entire initiative back and forth.
Yeah. Alright, so that's not gonna hit. Or maybe it might, I don't know.
12 minus 5 is not going to hit, no.
What's our child got to say? Unless that's his initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
gelatinous cube, that wouldn't even hit a gelatinous cube.
Okay. All right, then second shot. Yep, that's it.
That will certainly hit. And yeah, that's going to open him up something fierce in his side there.
Where was the mercy in that? Now he's suffering.
Well, it's supposed to hit the first time.
Ah.
Bond goes, Jesus Christ, and turns his lightsaber on and puts it through the guy's chest.
Well,
Bon, are you in initiative? Are you in initiative, Bon?
Yeah. Come on. Are you in initiative?
Don't
Wait your
skip me.
turn. Wait your turn.
I just been sitting here like, oh my god.
I mean, yeah.
I thought you people were professionals. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Hey,
this is
you
turning
know.
into fucking Reservoir Dogs here.
Yep. Yeah. So it doesn't kill him. All right. He doesn't have any more attacks, so I
Yeah,
think that's it.
it's over to Tyler at last. Oh, jeez.
I'm just gonna walk outside and toll the dude.
All right.
I'll take an opportunity attack.
Oh.
On me?
Yeah.
Rough.
You're killing a random person for no reason.
I have expressly stated my reasons, and he is not
and,
random.
and frankly, none of them are good ones.
Hey, Genzo's kind of like Genzo basically doesn't really care. In the end, he can't let this guy go, and he asked for an honorable death. And Genzo's totally understanding because that's his code or understands the code.
Listen, if you're gonna opportunity attack me, roll it up.
Oh!
Alright, that hits.
Jeez.
This is not cool, Tyler. We can literally tie him up and just leave him here. We don't have to sacrifice our souls just because we think he's a bad person.
He didn't want it. He asked Genzo for an honorable death.
I'll take
He asked
the
if
hit.
you're going to kill me, then make it honorable. He doesn't want to die.
I'll take
Right.
the hit, move on, completely ignore everything he's saying, and then toll the dude.
Gotcha. I got a 19 on my save. That's that 18 right there, plus 1. Oh, damn, he made the save! Is that all or none, or is that half damage on a save? It's all or none. Holy crap.
He'll survive it. Let's go.
Oh, man. Shizu just turns back and spits out some blood. All this talk about killing me, and you can't even do it right. Okay. Well, I guess I better...
Where's my where's my floating sword?
You'll need to resummon it, I guess.
I'm gonna bonus actions scythe this man to death.
Oh, God. You're gonna give him a gossamer bulb?
I'm joining the initiative.
That's fucking close.
Let me know when I can do something.
Alright.
I mean, just
15 is going to hit. And yeah, that's gonna finish him off right there.
Alright, he's dead. Let's move on.
We can drop the initiative and proceed with whatever you think is next.
Alright, so who's got the emeralds? Let's take care of this Warforged. As I wipe the blood splatter off of my feet.
I'm gonna take Shizu outside and bury him.
Yeah, I'm I think Bond would help you move the body at the very least.
Yeah.
And then I have a big sack full of emerald chunks, so I'm gonna work on this Warforged.
Yeah, Grey Hador would help with burying.
And then while we're working on that,
Yeah.
Tyler, what the hell was that about, man?
Listen, he's a bad guy. He needed to die. I killed him.
Genzo will help with the burial.
No, it's okay. You tried to literally kill him. You stay here.
He says, no. I tried to make sure that he was given a choice on whether he wanted to die or be tied up. But he could not be allowed to leave.
And his thinking was he was either death by you or death by zombies, so...
Indeed. And he chose the honorable death.
As I will refuse help.
I'm coming along just to ensure that he does stay down.
So I'll go through my pack for what I think looks like a reasonable chunk size of emerald and just start pushing it into anything that looks like a receptacle.
Oh yeah, in the presence of emerald, the opening that you suspected to be there does in fact relinquish its magnetic hold and separates from the abdomen, and it's a rather large tray that pops out. It's got a bowl-shaped indentation inside of it, and based on the size of this thing and the amount of crystals that you all recovered, you're inclined to think that this is probably going to take 2,500 gold worth of emeralds.
I sliced up the whole golem, so should have plenty. You didn't give me a cash value for it. I just was like, hey, I'm gonna take some chunks of this thing.
I think I said there was 10,000 gold worth of emeralds in total, and then you guys can, of course, divide it how you want.
Okay. Well, alright, cool. Well then, yeah, let's stick a chunk in there.
What is it you all are doing with that machine and those emeralds?
I'm trying to get this thing working. Maybe it will help us.
The emeralds are immediately accepted, the receptacle closes, and this bright side, this bright transparent side on its head begins to slowly pulse with a timer that all of you can clearly comprehend to be counting down from a 23-hour mark. And every so often, the timer flashes away, and you just see words in a very strange dialect of Common, unless any of your characters specifically have Danamari as a language. The best you're able to make out, because most of you speak Common, I believe all of you speak Common, it seems to be counting down to a time of activation, but the dialect and the spelling is just a lot different than you're familiar with seeing.
I can cast comprehend languages if that helps.
Does that work for written as well?
Yes.
It does? That is exactly what it's saying. It's a countdown for the activation timer, because this thing was at a full power down. It appears to be anywhere between 1 and 24 hours that it will take before this thing is fully operational. And as you can see there, I rolled a 23 on the die 24, so it's going to be a while.
Man, damn thing's updating at like 12 kbs.
There's no Wi-Fi in this tavern. They only have dial-up here.
Warforged just making dial-up connection noises for 23 hours.
Alright, so shall we head to city?
Yeah, I guess we'll come back for this thing, I suppose, after we're done with that. It's gonna be a while, it looks like.
Yeah. And he looks at the dragonborn that kind of followed them in, and he says, I am Hidemori Genzo. What is your name, friend?
I am Greyhador Doomsung.
He says, are you, and he says, are you affiliated with any of the parties around here?
Not as of yet. I've been keeping to myself since being brought to this world, as I see you all are, at least some of you are not of this world either. I'm sure you can understand that my presence has caused a few to be unnerved.
It is understandable. He says, he introduces the rest of the party if they're okay with him doing that. Should we sort of metagame so that we can include Grahadur into the group? If that's okay?
I mean, this is one of the worst opening character introductions to be a part of, so while usually that would easily be the case, I'll say play it as you will.
Yeah.
You lot seem to be having some difficulties with how you wish to deal with things. Few of you seem rather violent,
Says,
but you all do seem honorable.
violence is inevitable in this land. We try to, he says, I try to be as honorable as I can. He says, we unfortunately could not let that man go back to the city to warn his colleagues. Circumstances have led it that he, if left to his own devices, it would have been bad for us. I could not let him leave. And he asked for honorable death instead of being tied up here by himself. It is a choice that I myself would have honored or have asked for if the positions were switched.
Don't take my accusation of violence as admonishment. I understand fully that violence is necessary at times. And as you say, he did ask for a honorable death, which I can certainly understand acquiescing. You all said you were trying to get into the city, yes?
Yes, it is indeed so.
I have been curious about what is going on in the city. I have seen the ruling parties, as well as the syndicate known as the Yakuza, going in and out. However, I have not been myself. Would you mind if I joined you?
I have no problems with that. We are looking for allies to fight against all that is happening that is detrimental to people. So we are fighting zombies as well as the powers that control them.
Now that is something I can get behind.
We are intending to go to city to see if they will be allied to us. but obviously, it what we are seeing, unfortunately, is showing that those in the city may probably not be the kind that we wish to ally with, but it is important that we at least try. Does anybody else have objections?
Nope.
None whatsoever.
Now, are we going to just walk in, or are we going to try other means to do so?
I mean, we can just try walking in and see what happens.
Any objections, anyone?
I mean, worst case, they just send us away and we can go in another way if we need to.
Understood.
So we're going to head back for the front gates here, is what it sounds like?
Yep, and I guess, make sure that we come back in time for this thing to activate.
Okay. Well, let's see if the Tarask shows up. Hey, you guys caught it while it's elsewhere. Surprised it didn't land on a 10.
Elsewhere, Cook Collins and the Alpha Trask. I'm calling it.
The elsewhere Tarask, it's from the future, so it's even harder to defeat because it's beaten you all before. It knows the tricks. All right, so we
Blade
make
song,
it.
I think not.
We make it unmolested to the front gates here, and the technology level takes a rapid change here over the last mile as we approach the front gates. The walls are shiny, seemingly made of a very powerful metal. It is not your standard brick or concrete type wall as we may be used to seeing over at Tank's Castle. This is very state-of-the-art and modern. Additionally, said walls are 40 feet high, as I believe we have already discussed with Wong when he was asked about the wall height, because he had been close enough to them previously. And there's a little neighborhood that is set up outside here at the front gates where you can get some cheap tourist attractions, some junk food, a little liquid libation if such is of your interest. There are also people very eager to spend time with any of your number, if you catch my drift. A nice place for us to take a detour if such is your pleasure. Otherwise, making your way up to the front gate is very much a non-event. There are a lot of people kind of wandering around out here, but even just making your way to where you can see the gate before you make any decisions on what you're going to do. It's a secure gate, and there are 4 sentries and 2 drones would be a fair way of describing them. They're obviously robots of a sort, but not of the level of sentience that you may be familiar with a Warforged-like tank, for instance. And these people at the gates are checking IDs And most people, in fact, after just a few moments of examination, everybody who's approaching the gates seems to have the proper ID, and it's just like your passage up to these front gates, a non-event. Just people show their IDs, door opens up, they go inside, door closes right behind them. From what you're able to glimpse on the other side of the door, looks like it leads through a pretty narrow tunnel, probably 10 feet dimensions in all respects. And that tunnel continues through the gloom outside of any of your respective lines of sight. So what are we thinking now that we are here?
Somebody's got to talk to the guard, and it's not Genzo.
I'm going to move y'all to the map here just so you guys get a first glimpse of just how radically and quickly everything changes here. Check out this shit.
Oh, go.
Yeah, we are in full cyberpunk Waterdeep setup right now. These are the Kazukame. We will get to know them pretty well over the coming sessions. They are not Yakuza. They represent the city defenses itself. They are not in a hired gun of sort as the Yakuza represent. And then we've got these drones, robots, affectionately known as battle bots. We will also get to know them fairly well over the coming sessions. And yeah, this is a pretty cool setup here. Oh yeah, we've got city defenders. Abso-fucking-lutely. The Kazukame. They represent the city interests of a sort. And we've got all kinds of interesting sights to behold just in this small little map right here. It's a bit of a different scale than we're used to, so might take a few moments just to get used to the 3D aspect of it. But the areas that you're able to see here in this street are the areas that you are able to traverse. And this is before any of your group officially approaches these Kazukame to make your way into the city proper, but this is the place to do so, and when you wish to do so, we can proceed. Obviously, the token setup here anticipated a much different setup here for tonight. So let's make a few changes here as Kukalin is unfortunately in the donjon and replaced with right there. That ought to set us up, and then otherwise, yeah, this covers our bases, I believe. Oh, Trell took off if you guys missed that little detail in the text up above, but yeah, he was a little freaked out about what happened.
I understand.
Sure.
Hello!
La la.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps or is able to cast guidance for this role, but if he can, he will.
Enemy spellcasting alerted. All weapons, open fire.
Oh no, 9th level counter spell.
We could do that too.
Yeah, we're going to bring down the meteor swarm in response to a guidance spell.
Is this the guy at the gate?
That is correct. Yeah, he's sitting there inside of his little kiosk. He's got his computer terminal. Looks like he has the ability to print badges here as well, based on some of the hardware and half-completed badges that he has kind of sitting on the countertop. Welcome to Kazumiri City. Have you identification?
I'm afraid we do not, sir. As he will bow as well in respect.
Have you
identifying these nuts, fed boy, and then we kill them all. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I'm letting them take the lead.
identification can be procured with the proper background checks, character references, and, of course, the processing fee of 200 gold pieces.
How about 400 and we skip all of that?
And he kind of looks at Tyler and he says, "Why do not we ask the person what the qualifications are first?"
Well, he,
Because if I could just pay more to skip it, then I don't care.
let's roll persuasion.
Oh God.
He
I'm gonna add
smiles
a
and looks
heal.
over at Tyler.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say I'm gonna add a force point, but then
Okay.
you said
Make it an 18, okay.
yeah.
He looks at you and then he looks back over at Ozzy. I'm sorry, sir. The queue is behind this one here, and he looks over at Ozzy, seeming to perhaps indicate that you guys aren't together.
Azzy will not correct him, but mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, I guess. 7 IDs it would be.
This may take some time. Have you come with character and background references?
I'm afraid we've never been here, but have you ever heard of a person known as Noboru?
Can't say that I have.
I genuinely don't know who else I can mention.
We did help some of the villagers when we destroyed the undead.
I'm afraid my companions and I aren't from this land. And while we tend to help as many people as possible, we've not helped anyone of note thus far.
What is it that brings you to Kazumiri City, then?
We are here seeking allies.
Allies? To what end?
Yes. Survive whatever the hell is happening to this world that we've been transported to.
I see.
We are. Me and my companions are quite powerful, but we are, one small group.
Two of the gate sentries scatter off, and they're looking over at your group based on the flashing in this one's eyes and the scanner that this one is holding up. They are quite obviously looking over your group with great curiosity.
So if maybe we could procure IDs and maybe prove our worth by helping this city in whatever way it needs, would that be possible? An ID for future acts rather than previous ones we have?
We are perhaps getting ahead of ourselves. We still have yet to establish basic information, such as names.
I am Azzy Throne.
Idelmori Genzo. And he bows.
At that moment, the battle bot standing next to Genzo starts flashing red right before and simultaneously as he's announcing his name. The battle bot also calls out, "This one is Genzo. Wanted for arrest. Bounty 1,000 gold coins."
Interesting.
Is Tyler separate from these from my allies?
I was getting an ID from you, but I did not correct him when he says that we went together. When he assumed we went together, sorry.
I just wanted to confirm that.
Genzo turns and says, "Wanted? By why?"
Oh, please, before there's violence, is there any other way to handle this without violence?
I could pay a fine.
Our guy here at the booth looks over at the allotment of you. Ah, yes, of course. Wong told us that you'd be coming. You can throw down your weapons now and come peacefully to your new confinement. Or you can make it fun and give us a little exercise for the day.
Are you sure I cannot pay maybe double the fine?
Weapons are drawn and hostilities are declared.
All right.
Can
Great
we find out what he's wanted
his
for?
weapon.
Hold on, can does that mean Tyler can walk in?
We're all going to roll initiative to determine what we do on our respective turns, but as for right now, their attention seems mostly on Ozzy and Genzo. But they did say that Wong told us that you'd be coming, so it stands to reason more of your names might be included in that list.
Wong's fucking dead. Like, not even he's dead.
What was that about? We shouldn't just go around killing people.
I mean, Wong deliberately fucked us, whereas the other guy did nothing to us.
You can't just go around killing people. Why? Why not?
Interesting.
This is revenge. What you did was murder.
Oh, see, when it happens to you, it's okay. Let's see.
Fight!
All right. Been waiting here for a long time for that one on initiative. We've been on a delay so long that we're going to be delaying until next round, pretty much. That sets us up nicely for a little skirmish here, and let's see what we got. As far as weapons are concerned, the Kazukami have batons that are humming with a some type of energy. They also have cybernetic enhancements, obviously, but one of them is attached to their wrist, which some of them are starting to raise these wrists in your direction as if indicating a ranged attack. But Ozzy, you've got the top spot.
Ozzy's going to try and make this boring and simply ask for everyone to calm down. It's like, please, we came here literally to help, if we could. What are the charges?
Eating a meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
You could try and roll a persuasion. The difficulty is pretty heinous at this point.
I'm gonna take a line from Barbosa from At World's End. I assure you, our intentions are strictly honourable. Do have advantage. Please, God. And if that's not enough, that'll be 32.
And then we subtract 20 for hostile intentions or hostile.
I'm not hostile.
No, you're not hostile. They are. They don't. I mean, your intentions don't matter. It's how they perceive it is what you're trying to change. And according to the diplomacy meter, a hostile mentality affects the die roll with a 20 difficulty. Like I said, it's insane DC at this point. They have their orders, they have their charges, and they are prepared to arrest/face you in combat if necessary. And in response to your question of what are the charges, that is a question for a later time with your attorney. Now, are you going to throw down? Or are we going to throw down?
He doesn't want to.
Respectfully, you are going to go down.
Do I still have an action?
That would have taken. I'd say that takes your action.
Yeah, I'll go into Blade Song just in case.
Okay.
Hey, we're fighting.
I mean, they don't know what Blade Song is. I could be doing anything, and everyone seems to want to fucking fight these guys. So
No, I mean Genzo knows what it means. It's like, oh,
I mean, unless Genzo's first words are "I surrender," I think we're going to have to fight.
Let's
Okay.
pass it to Genzo's turn then. Got this
All
battle
right.
bot here on your side. It is armed primarily, exclusively, unless it's going to bash you with its metallic appendages. But it's armed with a blaster rifle, and it's got a pistol on its side, seemingly just magnetically clamped to its leg.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gonna pull out his lightsaber. Does the lightsaber incur a bonus action to light?
No, that's a free action.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, actually, you know what? Nah, we're actually gonna cast a spell. Okay. All the allies are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So Genzo can see all the allies, and he's gonna cast Spirit Guardians. At level 3. So just a normal one. And then let's see. Bonus action. He's going to. Let's see. He's going to use the rally command. And he'll look at Grahadur and he says, move if you need to. So you basically can move 20 feet if you wanted to. He's not forcing you to do it. It's just that he's giving you an option if you need to. And then he will end his turn.
Very well. Alright, let's pass it over to Ken's new character here after the unfortunate Donjon.
Alright, so Graydor is actually going to unstrap his sword and drop it, raise his hands, and go, I only just joined these people. I did not know that they were criminals. I don't know what's going on here.
I didn't know that we were criminals either, to be honest with you.
By the way, you could have run as well. You know, you could have started with 20 on Genzo's turn. Because that was a special power.
If you so like, yeah. Hey, there's Dawn with a 34-month Prime Gaming sub right there. Look at that. Fantastic, my friend. Are you with us?
Alright, so since
Doing this for a while now.
Since I could run with that, yeah, we're gonna go here for the 20 that he gave me, then there with a action dash. And
are you still saying what you said as you're running away? Like, I didn't know if these guys are criminals. I just joined them. Later.
Yes.
I don't know these guys. Please don't shoot me in the back. Bye.
Halt! Throw down your weapons. The BattleBot calls out.
All right, now I'll stop there because I could have gone further, but.
Is that your entire turn? You're just moving?
Yes.
All right. Let's bring it over to Tyler's turn then.
I'm gonna attempt to just hand him the gold and walk through.
He's gonna reaction smash the gold pieces on the counter with his baton. Throw down your weapons.
Why would I throw down my weapons? They're not even out.
You are under arrest.
I thought just that dude had a bounty. Why am I under arrest?
You know.
I don't know. That's why I'm confused right now.
That's our action right there in dialogue. Anything else you want to try? It looks like he's going to try to attack. You're physically climbing into the booth with him. Oh, jeez. Goodness. Okay.
I do that.
Do that. We'll do that. Oh, 9 HP back, almost a full value. You'll pay for that. It'll be added to the charges.
Well, I already tried paying. You attacked me, or you threatened me. I don't even know what's going on. So, I mean, I'll add this to your charges.
Snarls in response. Bon John Bovey is up next.
My lightsaber appears in my hands, both ends ignite, and I'm going to attempt to put BattleBot 1 in a pile on the floor. But first, I'm going to move over here for that sweet, sweet flanking bonus.
Oh boy. Oh geez. Natural 1, natural 20, and then a, well, 27. Yeah, this thing's got a little deflector shield on one of its wrists that it's trying to get into position against your attacks, and really only successful against that first one. 31, 52 damage. Ouch! That is a sizable chunk off of its HP.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty, now to see a little bit for what these things can do.
That's the spirit guardian damage, without the sharpshooter.
Gotcha. Okay, one. Looks like 2 of them. Wow. All right. Not so much on that one. Half damage there. Okay. Kazukame is... Map's gonna get a little weird here, but we do have a little bit of wiggle room inside of our office here, so we're gonna back out of that Spirit Guardian's range. We are not disengaging, so Ozzy can attack, even though we do have a little cover from the desk between the two of us, if you want.
Ozzy has not drawn their weapon and will not draw their weapon. So I won't take the attack of opportunity.
Okay. This thing then is going to take a shot at doesn't really matter. This is a 10-foot cube attack, so it's Tyler, Ozzy, and Genzo. And I guess technically same case would be for Tyler would get attack of opportunity, albeit with cover if he so wanted.
Sure.
All right. Jeez, that's a miss. All right. So it's going to target all three of you. It's one attack against all three of your ACs. It can hit some of you and miss some of you. Ba, 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 ba. 1 second here. Alright, we're going to break out that wrist ionizer on all three of you here. That, yeah, I think we're going to break out this right here, because I don't think that hits any of you. Nope. Try again. Well, that's a natural 1, so that's going to miss all three of you still. And half damage on a missed attack, so a whole whopping 3 points of lightning there to each of you is a... It's like, wow, that's what these guys are packing? Alright. Yeah, this one here is not going to step into the Spirit Guardians. In fact, we're going to try the same attack on the same trifecta of targets, hopefully with different results. That is not favorable at all. Everybody's got a 20 or higher AC, so we'll burn another one of those precisions. Try again. And yeah, that looks alright. Too bad for that natural 20 on the wrong side, so it's a whole 9 points of lightning to each of you. I think that hits all three of your ACs. Con save as well. Oh, what the hell? Where's the con save DC? It's not written in there. Oops.
I'm going to use an inspo and take Genzo's.
The DC is 15.
Yeah, I'm going to inspo reroll.
Okay. That's a 14.
Azil burn off force point for you. Don't want to use all yours up.
Thank you.
And how about Ozzy's saving throw?
So, would that be able to use it on the 14?
Jeez. That's exactly enough. Yeah, I mean, that'll exactly make it.
And Ozzy's okay.
Good enough. So yeah, 9 lightning damage. Next Kazukame over here is going to attempt to cut off Ken and ready in action. Sir, you are in their company, the company of wanted individuals. We will determine your innocence or guilt at a later time. If you are truly innocent, you will relinquish your weapons and cooperate.
Sounds like some bullshit.
My weapons are over there.
That's it for the three of them. So up next to the battle bots. Try our wisdom save there. Hey, how about that? Although, yeah, I already rolled my save when it wasn't my turn and failed it and already took the damage, so don't need to do that twice. BattleBot is likewise going to back away. we are not disengaging, so that's going to be a pair of AOOs there if you so choose. Nothing there from Genzo or Bon John Bovey.
Sorry, what?
Op attack.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Yeah, Genzo
Just
won.
kidding. Whiffed it.
Yikes.
Genzo
So,
won.
all right. Well, it's going to take a pair of shots with its blaster pistol. Whew, excuse me. One on each of you there. Pathetic. And on Bon John Bovey, even more pathetic. Oh, woo, woo, woo. BattleBot number 2 is likewise going to try to cut off Ken's character here with a ready to action. You would do wise to listen to the Kazukami. And that's going to cycle it back to the top of the turn order for our final round of the evening. Go right ahead, Ozzy.
Can I possibly whisper to Tyler and Genzo?
I mean, you can always try it. Depends on how perceptive these things are.
I'm going to whisper to these two. It's like, if I turn myself invisible, will you guys please get arrested and I'll try and break you out because this is not going to go well. We're attacking a city right now.
That sounds like an awful plan. How would you even get in if you're out here and we're in a holding cell?
I can turn myself invisible. Like permanently. I'm just proposing that as an option because I do not want to fight these people.
Listen, if that's what you want, I just don't want to lose my weapons.
Genzo shakes his head. He says, we will leave.
Okay, that's fair. And Azzy will turn invisible. And kind of run over here.
This one's eyes follow your motion.
I mean, I've not attacked anyone, so all I'm doing is walking away.
I mean, I'm not a policeman, but as I understand, that's not a generally accepted response to you're under arrest. Throw down your weapons. I'm just gonna leave. It's cool.
In fact, I can get to here.
Genzo says to Tyler, shall we leave? And if he says yes, then bonus action for to have Tyler move 20 feet if he wants to.
Yeah, if that's what we think is going to be the best option right now.
Yeah. He says, I'd rather not kill everybody here. So, yeah, if you want to take and move 20, you can. Cool. And then Genzo will run. So out is where Ozzy's at, right?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Or was it down this way?
So
I just made an assumption.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just trying to get a fucking single here, and you guys are like throwing curveballs and breaker balls and shit at me all night. So I'm just trying to
Sorry.
survive to the end of the session. The entire thing I set up for tonight is still in the wings, waiting to even be unveiled. I'm surprised we got to hear.
That's
My
hilarious.
bad.
All right. So yeah. So Genzo's just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's it. End turn.
All right. Over to Ken, who apparently is the only one we're interested in, because we specifically readied our actions against you, and everybody else is going to use you as a body shield now, apparently.
That's okay, because I'm going to go ahead and let them take me. I'm going to throw my hands up because I already threw my weapons down over there before I started moving. But I'm going to throw my hands up and make it clear that I'm not going to resist.
All right. I mean, you can't say you're following him if you're 20 feet ahead of him. Come on, what is that? Tyler,
I thought I'm quicker.
Tyler, it's over to your turn.
I'm gonna move 30 feet and then try and figure out what the fuck's going on. So are we leaving? Or are we staying? What are we doing, guys?
Genzo's leaving. He told you he was leaving.
Yeah, but Brigadier just surrendered.
After he said that he's not with you all, so, I mean...
I'm gonna surrender with him.
Alrighty. How about Bon John Bovi?
I'm honest. I'm not super worried about getting arrested because I can, as long as my weapon's on the same plane as me, I can just poof it to my hand. Yeah. If you guys are going in, then I'll go in. I'll turn my lightsaber off, drop it on the ground, and apologize to the battle bot, and put my hands up.
This thing is like in stuck repetition mode, like the middle frog from the old Budweiser commercials. It's just going wise, 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 wise.
Sorry, I just got excited.
It's like Sir Lancelot in Monty Python.
Sorry.
Oh boy, alright. Well, let's try the Kazukami. I guess we're gonna try a wisdom save since we're starting off our turn. This shit again.
Exit.
And it's gonna try to strike out on Ozzy here. Apparently is fully aware of your position. In fact, we're gonna bonus action. We're gonna activate our juicer ability here. It's a kind of like a supercharged haste. Advantage on attack rolls, +2 AC, immune to charm, fear-based effects, as well as illusions. And it's going to try to bash out at you twice here. 23 is the best we can do, so we're going to burn our second precision. And get one less on that.
Yeah, he's going to shield. Because his AC right now is only 20. He's not blade dancing.
Oh, it's on Ozzy. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
As he's dodging while trying to explain that I have done nothing.
Yeah, this is pretty much what they hear every time they try to arrest somebody. Very few people are like, "Oh, you got me. I'm guilty. Take me to the jail."
See, we're confusing them.
All right, so wisdom save. That's a suck. What's the Spirit Guardian's damage this round? Guess I'll just apply the same 15 from last round. One guy made it, the bot did not. Speaking of these two guys right over here, I kind of skipped their turn, so with Tyler appearing to surrender, Doomsong surrendering, we're going to step back over here to the front of the kiosk. And what is that? 10, 20, 30, 40. We've got our wrist ionizer trained in that general area, but we are not firing. The other one that is closer is going to try to shoot at Genzo. And there is nobody else in your 10-foot cube that we're going to try to hit. We're not going to angle it over at the surrendering guy, just at Genzo. Hey, look, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
Second shot is, geez, 25.
That would hit as well. So altogether, it's 14 plus 10 plus 11, right?
Yeah, looks like.
So
35 lightning and 2 con saves to avoid stun. And this battle bot will approach Bon John Bovi and begin the process of removing any extra weapons on your person that you have not already willingly dropped.
Also rolled 2 concentration saves.
Gotcha. And then finally the battle bot that is in here already rolled our save. We do not have the same senses that the Kazukame have, so we do not see where Ozzy's at. So we're going to shoot at Genzo because the other two guys have surrendered. And 1, 2. Not so much. Pair of missed attacks on that account. And a very interesting place to cliffhanger in the middle of a flight or fight combat, and some of us are also surrendering, so we've got a little freeze going on here as well. Definitely unexpected on multiple occasions tonight. Let's get this initiative tracked over, get our closing ceremonies in process. And goodness gracious, not only did we have some tense moments that caused a few wows at our own table, we had a few that caused some wows on the GM side of the table, and we had a few exclamations out here in Streamland as well. So definitely top notch on the roleplay here tonight. Well done. Good stuff all around. As I said before, some of the best tabletop moments that I've ever had have come from inter-party tension. I find it actually a little boring when the party always gets along and is agreeable to everything that one person suggests. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's all support and uplift that. Sometimes having that tension in the group can be very useful and sometimes necessary as well to get the full depth of a potential story. Especially in a darker setting like this, I think it plays well and is justified in a number of senses. So top notch, everybody on that account tonight with the role play, and that closes us out for the first half of week 19 of Coalescence Act 5 here at Role Playing Unlimited. We are back Sunday evening with Stew Crew making their way. They're still at the entry gate to the Eucorian Wastes, facing off against some interesting bandits. One of them also happens to also have some juicer abilities, similar to the Kazukame here tonight. Definitely drawing on some Palladium inspiration in that respect. And then we are back next week, Tuesday. It's J-Man's game, finally back, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, and then the final part of week 19 of Coalescence Act 5, Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific. They will be picking up with The Lost Jedi. We've got some interesting developments happening on the other side of our cyberpunk Waterdeep setting. So thanks for joining us this evening, and hope to catch you on Sunday evening at 6 p.m. when we resume the Coalescence Act 5 here at Role Playing Unlimited. As you know, friends, there is no RU without you. Have a good night, all.
Good night.
Night, guys.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Thanks. Bye.
Good night.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long, long time. Yeah. This is how. Getting down. Yeah. Hey. This is how. I'll be getting down. This is how. It is really done, they can't figure out. They don't understand, so they want me down and out. Hey, we ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. Down for the count, but the hound strike back. It get like that. I don't wanna hear it, but you hit me right back. They talking, they told me take the L and move on. Heard it from somebody who's been taking L's their whole life. I don't know what you want. Passive when they play you. Expect the best from people like there's nothing they can do wrong. Seen this movie way too many times to be the fool for you to chew on. Nah, I'm not complaining, but there's things I can improve on. Why would I fight and retreat and not study and sleep and recover to be able to smother you motherfuckers? I'm going ghost and I'm up to something. Or maybe I'm up to my wits' ends with all of your bitch trends. I'm sick of the system. I'm not into religion. I need something higher and bigger to fix this. Brothers, sisters betray me that I never wrong. Over here it's all solid. This isn't a prison. This isn't a prison. This is free. This is fiction. Listen, hey, I made a bunch of merch, and as soon as I recouped on my expenses, I gave away every other shirt. Good heart, I guess that's why I never finished first. But it's time I put the business first. Cause we ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. Cause we ain't going out like that, no. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go guess some things never change. Like my pops being stuck in his ways. If you hear me, just know that you didn't die in vain. Cause if you didn't have a sun, then there'd never be a rain, never be a rain. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. We ain't going out like that.